You are uh, one of the top developers in the world,
Mhm.
certified as well, work this much, and what you are doing now? You are taking some feedback from end users, and your manager is bothering you.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you. Thank you very much for your support. So, finally, we are here today with our first episode of Why Not IAM podcast. Joining us in this episode is Krishna Mummadi, an expert IAM consultant. Krish is one of the leading experts in this field who holds the number one spot as a SailPoint ambassador globally. And throughout this episode, we talked about how he started as an analyst developer, worked his way through various level one support roles, and went on to becoming the number one SailPoint ambassador global. This is the first part of the episode where he talks about his journey. He'll give you career guidance on the path to becoming a SailPoint expert and many more advices. I'm sure will be very valuable for you to help you excel in your career, especially on SailPoint. I enjoy talking to him a lot and I've learned a lot myself. And I'm sure you will too. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience.
Welcome to India's first identity podcast. Why not IAM?
Hey, hi, Krishna. Thank you very much for joining with us and helping us share your knowledge to all our listeners.
Yeah, it's my pleasure being here. Thanks for inviting.
Can you please walk every one of us through your journey on how IAM happened to you? Like, how did you get introduced to the world of IAM?
Yeah, sure. So I started my career with Cognizant, where I had 6 months of training. So I was trained in Java, advanced Java, but the domain was cybersecurity. So it's completely development into cybersecurity domain where identity and access management is the main goal there. So then I was working on a project where typically we the identity management, identity lifecycle, like user creation or updating the user details, self-service functionalities to change the password or to update the details. And backend, we were using IBM Tivoli Access Manager. So generally, if you ask me, typically in other projects I have seen where identity product will be there in the front end, access management product will be there in the back end to manage the user access. So whereas the client asked us, okay, we don't want any identity product. Why don't you develop a web applications for that? So we did that. So basically, that's how I tasted a little identity and access management there, but pure development. So I was kind of developing identity products.
Okay. Yes.
When you start your career, you don't get to choose what kind of projects you need to work or you're going to work. You
Mhm.
just need to accept all the assignments. That's how you have agreed that you will contribute to the organization however the way they want us, right?
Yes.
So then I was asked to work in a support project where I was responsible for managing entire organizations. It was Cognizant. So I was managing all Cognizant user base, their life cycle, and their access management as well completely. That's where I started learning core concepts of identity and access management. So I
Okay.
was working in IBM Tivoli Access Manager at the
Mhm.
time. So this was completely support project. There was no scope of development. But yeah, I was using my development activities for automations. But that's how I landed in IBM product, Tivoli Access Manager. That's where I realized in IBM product within just 6 months. So after that, so coming to your question, like, to be precise,
Mhm.
so I wanted to, take a change in my career. So I was looking for opportunities. So there I have got opportunities both as uh, IAM administrator and Java
Mhm.
developer. So when I looked into it, so you see a lot of developers in the world. A
Great.
lot of IAM administrators out there in the world.
Mhm.
If you take you as a developer, I don't know what kind of things you achieve. Can you develop a product? Do you know the requirements? You don't know. You need to get the
Mhm.
requirements from someone else. So
Agreed.
I thought, like, yeah, Krishna, you have already development knowledge. You can learn on your own as well. But whereas this kind of cybersecurity or whatever the domains you are working, if you go there, you feel like you will be standing as a unique person there. If you ask me, in IAM world, there are very few professional developers.
Agreed. I completely agree. And we are
Certified,
still struggling.
yeah, exactly. Certified professional developer, very, very less in IAM field. It's my opinion. I was already certified in Java. I was attending this coding competitions once I attended in 2015. I attended this tech gig called Gladiators, they call
Mhm.
it. So I was like one of the top hundreds after all three rounds in entire India, out of thousands or lakhs of people participated. So yeah, that's development background and expertise I have. Plus this IAM background as well. So if together I will stand out as a unique person. If I might have gone to development only, I don't think I'll stand out as one of the very few people because there are a bunch of developers around there in the world, right?
Agreed.
So I need to have demand. Let's say, for example, if I give you go to some shopping mall and you ask for water bottle, right? There are bunch of shops you can buy, correct?
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to desert, water even you cannot find. So
Agreed.
where do you have the demand?
Mhm.
So that's why I chose IAM, where I will have a lot of demand because I'm a certified professional developer. Plus, at that time, I'm not sure how it is market now. The compensation or the salary for IAM was a bit more than developers.
Agreed. Agreed.
So,
This
so,
this
so that's
analogy that
another
you gave,
reason.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, I really liked it the way you just said, like, wherever you have demand, just try to make sure you upskill yourself and try to move in that direction. I think that's one of the best way to grow yourself, both professionally as well as financially. If you really want to get to the right side of the game, things are
Yeah.
actually happening innovatively. So I just want to go a little bit back, and I want your help in explaining to all our listeners how your day to day looked like when you were earlier working as a support engineer.
Well, it's purely depend on what kind of work you're going to do. For example, so I was dealing with issues.
Mhm.
So users complain that now today we have a lot of automations, right? Entire complete end-to-end lifecycle management
Mhm.
automation is
Mhm.
there. But back there when I was working in IBM tools, it was like user used to request through mail or through a ticket. There was no
Mhm.
much governance at the time.
Yeah.
So I had to take those requests and it's kind of like, what can I say, call center.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I had to call them, guys, what's your issue?
Mhm.
I don't, you haven't given me the screenshot of the error you are facing. So
Mhm.
sometimes we get that and we respond to them, but they will not be able to follow. Trust me, most of the times the issue was related to the browser cache.
Great.
So they won't clear even. So I had to connect with them and call them and share your screen and let me clear the cache.
Mhm.
Then it starts working out of nowhere. Like and these guys will give us feedback. We fixed the issue very well, and the issue there was nothing problem from our end. But sometimes people will give bad feedback.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
was like, Krishna, you are uh, one of the top developers in the world,
Mhm.
certified as well, work this much, and what you are doing now? You are taking some feedback from end users, and your manager is bothering you because you didn't get a good feedback, though you work very well. So it was kind of like disturbing for me those couple of days.
Okay.
So that's one kind of stream, but other stream is like I used to onboard applications to enable single sign-on.
Mhm.
It was good because it's pure technical work. So it's I won't say that you'll have always a good work or bad work. There is no actually good or bad work. Well, it's up completely about your passion, what you want to do,
Agree.
how you take it. But there are all kind of works. But it's completely about your view. Do you like it or not? Do you have passion for it or not? If you don't see that, move on. Just go for something else.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm. So now going more into the domain side of the world, right? As
Yeah.
I see you are one of the number one place in terms of the community, right? So can you
Yeah.
explain our viewers, like, before I go to the point where you became the number one, what
Mm,
is this community, and how can people leverage these community? Because even for someone to aspire to be there, I
yeah,
feel a lot of us do not even know, right? So can we start from there? What is that community? How it can help people who are trying to move into the field, specifically on SailPoint?
sure. So to give a background, 2018, I have uh, seen that SailPoint is gaining the market.
Hmm.
So 2008 they started, and it took 10 years for them to get into a good place in the IAM market. So there I felt, yes, this is the time I need to switch into different product, which is Sell. So I asked a lot of my colleagues, my friends, wherever I meet them, wherever I meet IAM experts, I ask them. It's interviews or outside or somewhere conferences. I ask them, yeah, hi, what is your skill? They say SailPoint. Oh, cool. Yeah, even I am also trying to learn, but I'm not in any project. Can you help me to learn? They used to say that there are a lot of documents in community. Go and read. Come on, guys, it's not that easy. You have a lot of documentations, but you do not know what is the starting point, what is the
Yes.
second document you should, what is the third concept, and why. So for me, if you ask me, it's very simple. Even if you ask Sherlock Holmes how he solves the issues, it's simple. Ask questions, WH questions. If you know the answers for WH questions, you know, that's what I also aim for. So I was facing a lot of difficulties there in learning. So, what if you have some community where people can help you whatever the question you ask?
Hmm.
That's cool, no? Experts will give you answers for all the issues or challenges you are facing. That's where SailPoint community plays a big role. So earlier it was just a community where anyone can ask question or anyone can answer, but it was not that great at the time. But today they have started DevRel, developer relations. It's been a
Okay.
couple of years since they started. Was not aware of that, but I came to know 6 months back or 7 months back actually. So it's cool forum. They call, if you see Oracle, I was there in Oracle DevRel, where you participate in conferences, you ask any questions, or you contribute to the open source project, all that stuff. They call this keyword DevRel, developer relations.
And
That's
what is
what's
that for someone not from a development background?
yeah.
What is a DevRel? The-
In general, you are a developer and you wanted to have relations with other fellow developers, some bonding, some
Okay.
connections. Would you like to work with them? Would you like to share yours? It's like how you share your photos or your updates in Facebook or Instagram. Same way we share our development works
Okay.
in our forum. You are facing some issues, you ask it. You have found some crazy solution, you can ask there, you can post there. This is a forum for developers. That's what they call developer relations, nothing else.
Okay.
Right?
And do you find these similar in different other products that you have worked, or is
No.
it specific to SailPoint? Okay.
I have worked in other products, multiple products, but I haven't any products having this kind of cool features. There will be definitely support is there. I have seen some other products having support where you can create a ticket, they might help, but not like fellow developers helping the issues like this. So that's where the ambassador program, anyone, anyone can join the program and start asking questions or start answering questions.
Okay.
So yeah, the SailPoint ambassador for. So
Okay.
you will not feel alone. You are not at all alone there. You can ask any questions, and we are there for you to help.
Okay. And you can play a role of a member or a normal user, contributor, things like that, right? I think that's how it would be distributed, like
There
any
is
other
not.
community.
It's not. There is no distribution currently. It's like you are a member, or you are a contributor, or you are a expert. Not like that. So
Mhm.
basically, it has three levels. If you join as an ambassador, ambassador in training.
Mhm.
Once you start responding to the questions or posts, you start giving the answers and solutions, you will be gaining points for it. Once you reach, let's say, 200 points, actually it's 400 points, you will become ambassador. After that, if you keep continuing that, if you get 2000 points, you will be an expert ambassador.
Okay.
So if you respond, you get some bit of points. If you answer, you get more. I mean, it's not like answer. the one who has asked the question, they should tell you that, yeah, this is the solution I'm looking for. So did you solve their issue? If they mark it as a solution, yes, you get more points.
Okay.
So that's how it is decided, and will be having ranking system there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So guys, are you starting SailPoint, or you want to learn SailPoint, or you are struggling working in SailPoint projects? Come on, we are here for you. Don't be facing issues alone. We are here to help you.
Okay. So this is really great. Thank you very much, Chris, for walking a lot of the listeners and viewers out here, right? Because I know how difficult it would it is currently to get into any domain, right? Whether it's
Yeah.
SailPoint or access or privilege access. And one thing, as you said, the best way to get into anything is to ask questions. But you might
Mm,
also have faced a lot of challenges, right? When you started as a development guy,
mm,
moving into IAM, and even
yeah.
now we have shortage of resources. So how was your
Yeah.
journey? What resources you started figuring out, and how did you come to a point where you had less clue about IAM to becoming one of the number one contributor in SailPoint community?
When I started IAM, so I was working in Cognizant. That's the best team I ever worked with. So, Cognizant guys, Kochi, if you are listening to this podcast, you are the best team. The team is called RAMS, Cognizant Access Management System. They have given me training on IBM product, Role Access Manager, and Project KT as well. Is there any project or any team in the world which gives KT on product and project? Both. In my experience,
I don't
none.
think so. Yeah, just a document, few
Yeah.
things, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah, exactly, exact. So if anyone asks me, Krishna is very good in identity and access management domain, the full credit goes to CAMPS project in Kochi Cognizant. They are the one who
Kudos to you
gave me.
guys.
So they are the one who gave me. So they have written handy documents.
Okay.
It's very simple to understand, very easy to learn. Plus, they have given us KT on every concept, product level plus project level. And once that is completed, they will ask us, they'll call it as a reverse KT. So
Okay.
they will ask us, we need to explain all the concepts one by one. They'll ask us cross questions and we need to answer. If we cannot, we fail to answer their questions, it will go on prepare. If you fail again, they'll say like, no, you need to take KT again. After you completed your KT and answered all the questions, then they will deploy you into the project activities, but
Mhm.
they will be keeping shadow. So the
Okay.
first level will be the work assigned to you a small work. Expert will be doing and expert will be explaining your work actually. First step.
Okay. Mhm.
Second step, you will be doing the work. Expert will be assisting you what you need to do. So first step, fingers are
Okay.
expert. Expert will be
TT and reverse
explaining it.
KT, right? That's what we call.
So then second level would be you will be sitting in front of the PC, you will be working, but expert will be giving you instructions what to do. Third level, you will be working,
Mhm.
expert will be just watching you. He will not say anything. He or she will not say anything. They just look at you. Are you doing properly? Or in case if you are going in wrong direction, then they will say, okay, you are going wrong. Otherwise, they won't. They'll just monitor. So after fulfilling these three levels, once you cross these three
Mhm.
levels, once the management gets the confidence that okay, Krishna can do work on his own, then they will allocate the work to you. They will leave you. You are free. That's what is the best thing that has happened to me. That's where my foundation and the core concepts I learned.
Okay. And if someone is starting new into SailPoint, right? What are the
Yep,
five basic things that they should learn before even opening or getting into the SailPoint website? What are the
yep.
five top things that you would say, okay, guys, go and do these things, only then get into SailPoint?
So first thing is it depends on the product, but whatever the product you are choosing, I would say learn any programming language, at least basics. It
Okay.
will help you
Hmm.
for sure. So I would say basics of any programming language is mandatory. I would say if you want to excel in your career,
Hmm.
that's mandatory. If you say no, I don't want to do any development at all, that's secondary. But if you ask me SailPoint, identity IQ product, without development, nothing you can fulfill there. So
Okay.
development is mandatory. So I would say first step is that. But if you take other products like maybe Okta, where you don't do much, there is no development even most of the times. So that's okay. You can manage.
Okay.
But my suggestion would be, guys, it's good to learn programming basics. It's not that hard. Second step would be IAM basics,
Okay.
identity basics, access management basics, privilege basics as well. So it's better if you learn all those core concepts. All the IAM products, they will just play around all these core concepts, nothing different.
You mean
Okay.
authentication, authorization, user lifecycle
Y-
management, all of
Yes.
this, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All of them. So then next step would be once you are good in this, next step would be it's better to learn calls of OAuth protocol,
Wow.
OpenID as well,
Mm.
and a SAML
Trust,
protocol,
trust.
and yeah, all this stuff, and Auth0, which serves authentication as a service. That's also a good thing to learn. So once you learn all these things, once you have good uh, basic knowledge about all these things, your foundation will be very good.
Okay.
Then choose the product, which product you are going to learn. Every product has their own documentation. For example, when I started learning in IBM Tivoli Access Manager product, my seniors they have created the documents like an architecture. Okay, so that architecture, the request flow, you will understand. From that, you will understand what are the concepts are there, why those concepts are there, what is the importance of them, and why do you need to learn them, and which concept comes first, which concept comes next. Everything they have given in a single diagram.
Okay.
So that's we call it as a learning path as well. You should. Once you have
Okay.
that learning path, then it's easy to learn.
So just
The
to summarize all of this,
Yeah,
initially anyone getting into either identity management or access management, the first thing is definitely if they wish to excel, development is the go-to option, but they can
yeah,
also go without that if they are really fresher trying to directly delve into it.
yeah,
Second is the identity basics, authentication, authorization,
yeah,
roles, access. Then you have
yeah,
the protocols, right? Or the frameworks, OAuth, OpenID
yeah,
Connect, SAML, WS Trust, WS Fit, anything that comes around the how part. And then
yeah.
making sure you're understanding the architecture, how things work on the back end, documenting them. And I think then they can definitely choose any one of the tool, whether it could be SailPoint, Okta, Ping, CyberArk, and to move into that side, right? So one
Yeah.
question that is coming in my mind, and on which a lot of the freshers that reach out to me, they do ask me is, how do they know the use cases? For example, even if they want to learn development or identity basics, after they are done with this, they get introduced to a tool, say SailPoint. Now,
Mm.
is there a way that they know that, okay, in SailPoint, okay, these are the 10 things that if I set up my own lab and practice, I will be job ready, or I can upskill or do well in what I'm currently doing in any role, right? So can you give a little bit light on this one, the use cases stuff?
First thing
Yeah.
is SailPoint domain, SailPoint documentation, even in other products as well. I wish it would have been there, but unfortunately, there is no numbering for the concepts. Okay, first you need to learn this concept. Second, you need to learn this
Mhm.
concept. And why this is the first concept, why this is the second concept you should learn. There is no such thing. They'll just display the concepts and there is no arrangement. So you don't have a path there. You need to have a mentor or you need to take some trainings. That's the first thing. I don't know how many of you agree with me. It's often difficult for me to understand reading these PDF documents. It's not that
Same
easy
here.
to understand.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so once I gain 2 years or 3 years of expertise, now today I stand in 10 years of experience, I can understand. But
Yes.
initial days, it was like, okay, it's way difficult for me to understand. So I would say in the beginning, try to learn basics. Then once you get into the expertise zone, then you can go and explore the documentations. But we have to see how it goes in the future. Next, use cases.
Mhm.
For every concept you will look into, right? So there you find practices or exercises or examples. So you can go through them, but, but you need to remember one thing. Product is meant for some uses, right? They will give some examples, some kind of practices as well. But the real time usages will be different. Every organization is different based on their requirements and territory as well. Because in India, you have different requirements, USA, different requirements, Europe, different. So, to get such kind of real time use cases, I think experts like me, like you, should come out and give that real time use cases. Then only you can learn. But these are like basics. It's two things. One is what is going to be there in the project. Second is you have done other kind of examples. You grab some knowledge and you are going to utilize this knowledge, apply this knowledge on project use cases. So you get the second one in the documentations. You practice there, you learn there, and you apply your knowledge in the project. But the real time use cases, it has to come through a person like me, like you.
Agree.
And
Agree.
jobs, some good companies are started hiring in the last 1 or 2 years. But I feel like there is, as you mentioned, Ravi, there is a shortage of IAM resources. But I would say it's better if companies started looking, hiring freshers as well, not just experienced professionals. If a fresher has already learned some IAM, some SailPoint or any other product, if they hire, that would be very good. I hope it will change soon.
I completely agree with you because I see a group of IM experts that are currently driving this world who are at the experience of 25 years, 20 years, right? Who are on their peak and they have done a lot of for the industry. Then we are there as a part of 10, 15 years group of experienced people who will be future leaders at some point in time. But if we do not promote this or even tell people openly, and I think the overall purpose of this podcast was to make identity simpler for everyone, whether it's a college student listening in their college or whether companies, right, who are listening to this, we really need to groom a set of new IM engineers or analysts or architects or business analysts, and then a lot of the other folks who are there on the IM, right? We really need to create that pool, or else uh, we will be in a point where we all will be talking IM as a field which is booming, but eventually jobs are there, but there are no qualified people. That was all for the part one of the episode. We still have part two and part three where we have gone more deep into some of the career transformations, the ways in which you can become a great sale point specialist, and further into various topics in the world of identity and access management. So if you enjoyed the first part of the episode, please hit the like button and comment down below on how we can improve further. Till then, thank you very much and see you again.